So the first time I was there, of course, it seemed like a perfect job.
There was this concept of passion. If you were passionate about playing games, that was something that was extremely important to us. That as somebody who sort of looked at it as a 9-to-5 job, they tended to turn out pretty dreadful stuff.
If you have a place where you're making video games, if people are not ultra disciplined, which they're probably not because they tend to go make games for a living, there's lots of goof-off partners. And there were a lot of people that couldn't handle it.
There was always somebody running around the halls yelling, and it was, there really wasn't much structure to the place, which kind of made it good.
And it's not the case if you go work at a Hewlett-Packard or an IBM or an Intel. But Atari, there's games everywhere. And the distinction between work and play gets so blurred that if you're not really disciplined, you can just never get work done.
The lack of direction promoted initiative, and it basically created a sense of work for me of commitment and responsibility.
I remember when I started, they just said, we want you to do a game in about 6 months. Here's the equipment, here's the manuals. There's people around you can ask questions. You have no set hours. We don't really want to see you till the game is almost done. So at the very beginning, it was completely free, and it was great.
Great fun. It was probably the most fun place I'd ever worked, either before then or afterwards. It was just a lot of really fun, crazy people.
Lots of times we would have these Friday afternoon things, and that'd be it. We wouldn't come back to work.
The story I like to tell the rookies who were saying, what was your old times like? I always tell them this story. That is, every Friday, the vice president of engineering would give his keys and a company credit card to one of the engineering technicians with orders to take his car down to the liquor store and fill it with booze and ice and soft drinks and bring it back. And then announce over the intercom, Friday party has begun. So you go to the Friday party, and pretty much it was a pretty damn good party. There was always lots of booze, and it was always bought by someone who cared. So the thing I tell the rookies, though, is there were many, many times that I was at my desk working when the call went out, Friday parties going on, and I would continue working at my desk because I was doing something I really liked, and I didn't have time to party right then.
We always used to say that the Atari ethic was to work hard, play hard, because you had to play really fast, because otherwise you got no play in, because the work was very, very demanding and quite time-consuming.
Despite the fact it was an intense party atmosphere, people worked hard. You came in on Saturday, you couldn't find a place to park your car. Sunday, likewise, it was very hard. And the only people that were getting paid anything to be there on the weekend were some of the engineering technicians. They were getting paid time and a half overtime to be there when they had to be there. But the people that were filling the parking lot were programmers, and they weren't getting paid anything to be there. They were doing it because they loved the job, they loved the people they were working with. So that's what Atari taught me, and I think it's a lost lesson.